Undisputed.
Good morning. Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Tapter with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Guys, how we doing?
Good morning.
Always laughing about something. You're not going to be laughing when you see what's going to be out on that court tonight.
No, I was thinking about, Skip, how Derrick Henry reminded me of myself when I was in Pop Warner. Yeah, when I was Pop Warner with Derrick Henry.
Heck, I look like that in Pop Warner. But I am here to say, before we bump fists, it starts tonight. I'm going to warn you, the Russell Westbrook era starts tonight for your Lakers. I just want you to know, I said this before it started.
What's today's date? I want to make sure you remember this.
October the
19th.
19th. 10, 19, 21.
Yep. Okay.
Remember this date.
Yes, I will.
You're going to eat the words.
Yes.
You're going to eat the words.
When do I ever eat anything? You eat all the crow.
Was this the day Skip will be right about the Lakers or Shannon? I'm going to write it down as well because, guys, at last, the NBA season is finally back. While the Bucks are the defending champs and the Nets always stay in the headlines, LeBron's Lakers may have the biggest spotlight on them. The team looks to integrate its reworked roster of veterans with the biggest question mark obviously being how former MVP Russell Westbrook will work playing alongside the King. So, Shannon, will LeBron and company win it all with Russ as their new point guard?
Well, Skip, before this Kyrie era, because before the New York City mandate, you know, obviously the Nets were the overwhelming favorites. Now, I think they're not co-favorite with the Milwaukee Bucks. With that being said, I like the Lakers. I understand that it's going to take some time because they have a lot of square pieces that's trying to fit in a round hole. This is the first time in Russell Westbrook's career that he's probably the third best player. Well, I know he's the third best player. I don't know at any point in time if he's ever been the third best player on the team.
He knows that.
Yeah, he knows that. I don't know if he's ever been the third option on a basketball team, Skip. And the only thing that can change Russell's legacy is a championship. A triple-double does nothing for him. Averaging a triple-double will do nothing for him because after the first one, everybody started to making it to minimize the triple-double because it's like, oh, it's easy. And now all he's doing is chasing that, and it doesn't equate to wins. So now the only thing that he can do to change the perception of how people look at him is to get a championship. Skip, it's going to take some time. There's no question it's going to take time. It's not going to be as seamless or a smooth transition as it was for the Brooklyn Nets to do what they did. I understand that, and hopefully all Laker Nation understand that. But if anybody could pull this off, I'm going to say it's LeBron James. Everybody knows they're going to have to sacrifice. AD's going to have to give up something. LeBron's going to have to give up something. Russ is going to have to give up something. And normally when you're trying to win a championship, sacrifices come along. That's a part of the job. That's it. So for me, I understand what it's going to take. I love the pieces that they added around him. I love Monk. I love Nunn. I love Ellington. Melo off the bench, probably. I love DJ. I love Dwight Howard coming back. I love Reeves. Now, he's going to probably be the new Caruso, Skip.
LeBron's trying to make him that.
Now, the thing is now, he's not going to be, because Caruso could run the point. Caruso could run the team. I don't think he's a defensive guy that Caruso is. But he can shoot the ball better than Caruso.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he can shoot.
No. He's a 34% three-point shooter in college. I watched him all the time at the University of Oklahoma.
He can get buckets.
He can get buckets. As LeBron said yesterday, he's got some dog in him. Yes. He does. That's why he's going to try to make him Caruso.
Yes. So with that being said, Skip, it's not going to be a smooth ride, but I believe we'll see AD and LeBron more like 2020, unlike AD played in 2019 as opposed to AD played in 2020. And so I say yes. I say they're going to get it done. It's not going to look pretty in the beginning, but in the end, it's going to turn into a beautiful rose.
Beautiful rose.
Yeah. Because you know how roses start out. As a thorn bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, prickly.
So you're going to be pricking your fingers?
Yeah, we're going to be pricking like, ooh, this hurt. That's ugly.
Really?
And then, voila.
Voila. And so you have Lakers over Bucks?
I do.
Lakers over Bucks in the finals, right?
But can I have a caveat?
No.
I'm assuming that the New York City mandate is going to stay in effect and Kyrie Irving is not going to get the vaccine. Now, if the vaccine, if all of a sudden Kyrie wakes up one morning and say, you know what, I'm going to get this vaccine, all bets off.
It's over?
It's all bets off.
So it's all about if Kyrie will He takes lots of shots when it really counts during basketball games, but will he take the shot off the court, right?
That's the question.
Okay, so if he takes the shot, as in vaccination shot,
I'm going to have to change my pick.
It's over for the Lakers.
It ain't. Hold on. When you make it seem like, when you say it's over, you make it seem like they're going to get swept. They're not getting swept even if they play the Nets with Kyrie. It's going 6-7 games regardless. But I like our chances. I give us a 63% chance.
Okay.
With just James Harden and KD at the forefront.
A 63% chance to beat the...
Just KD and James Harden.
Because you say that team won't even make it to the finals to challenge the Lakers.
I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks.
Okay, and we'll get to see KD versus the Bucks tonight.
And get the big old ring.
Okay.
Ring.
I'm going to give you this. I think GM LeBron James had a great offseason. And I think it got even better last night because they just jumped all over Avery Bradley. And they said, let's get that band back together, right?
Yeah.
So they brought back Avery Bradley after Golden State said no to him.
Right.
Remember, Avery opted out of the bubble after he had some huge games, one in particular against my Clippers.
There you go.
In which he went crazy, go nuts from three. Remember that?
I do.
And it was the Avery Bradley Memorial Game.
Yeah, that's what you dubbed it.
and he can flat out shoot it on occasion, and we know he can defend at a high level.
Yes, he can defend at a high level.
And we know he can play with LeBron. We know he can complement Rondo and Dwight because he's played with them before. So they got part of the band back together, right?
Yes.
And I got to give it, I told you from the start, I like Wayne Ellington, and I like Kendrick Nunn, and I like Malik Monk.
You like everything, but double.
I like Bazemore. But where do I like Trevor Reeves. I know he's hurt for the moment.
He'll be out for a while.
And I've always liked THT, and he's hurt for a little while, but I think he'll be back. So I liked Austin Reeves at Oklahoma. Again, I watched him a lot, and I'm not sure he can be Caruso, but LeBron likes what he sees, so he's going to take him under his wing and try to make him. And Caruso became the co-closer. You know, he became LeBron's running mate down the stretch. And I think LeBron was not happy that they, for salary cap purposes, said no, for luxury tax purposes, said too rich for our blood, and they didn't keep Caruso, as in Caruso, as he was dubbed by the Lakers.
He looked good in Chicago.
Well, I'm saying he's a good player.
He is.
He doesn't look the part, but he can play the part, right? Okay, so you're trying to make up for him with Austin Reeves, and it's got possibilities. Okay. I do not love that you jumped on DeAndre Jordan, who is a cast-off by the Brooklyn Nets.
But you got to give him credit, Skip. He's looked good in the preseason.
Well,
has he not looked good?
I just think he's looked. He's just been out there, and I think he's going to start because they like Dwight to come in and just wreak havoc for 15 minutes and get 5 fouls and just alienate everybody. You know, just tick off everybody. And he plays the Rodman role, and I love Dwight at this stage and age of his career. So all that works for me, except for the new point guard. And I am confounded by the fact that the best point guard in basketball, the best passer in basketball, LeBron James, is actually passing the keys to the kingdom to one Russell Westbrook, who is extremely high turnover, and he's led this league in turnovers 4 times, finished second 4 times, and he's off to the literal races because that's what he does.
He got that out of his blood.
He races up the court, and he dribbles it off his foot. So what did he do in the preseason? He had 23 total turnovers, and that by far led the league in preseason turnovers. I know it's just preseason, but it even got contagious for LeBron in the preseason because one game he had 7 turnovers in the first half. It was actually 6 on the box score, but he had a 7th that I showed you, and you said, oh, that's a turnover. Okay, so 7 turnovers and a half was so uncharacteristic of LeBron that I'm thinking, do they really go together? Do they really click? This is all well and good for the regular season, and you say you're going to prick your thumb occasionally, and I got that. But I don't see anybody in the West that will threaten the Lakers. I'm sorry, I can't get excited about Denver, and I can't get excited about Utah, and I even can't get excited about Phoenix. Not that excited, given this roster. Haven't even brought up Melo yet, but remember, LeBron is going to be benefiting from having 3 other Hall of Famers to be. 3 others. KD is going to have 1 other Hall of Famer to be, right? He's going to have James Harden, and you're going to have Melo and AD and obviously Westbrook, okay? So I love the firepower of this. I love the sort of magic of this because, man, I'm going to be all eyes and all ears tonight.
Dwight going to be in the hall, too.
Dwight? Well, you know what? That's true. I'll give you that because he just is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to sort of process that, but he is because he's what, three-time defensive player of the year. Yes, of course, everybody gets in the Basketball Hall of Fame, but you're right. So there's another one that KD will not have at his beck and call, as LeBron will have. So there's going to be a lot of chemistry. There's going to be a lot of aura to it. There's going to be a lot of mystique to it. There's going to be marquee to it.